Because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to subscribe. But don't forget, 9 Wives is going up, man. Go to www.9wives.movie. That's the number 9wives.movie. And obviously the new film, Checks and Balances, is doing quite well. Just getting started with that one. But I just want to give you guys an update on how well that film is doing, man. My heavens. So anyways, man, I just want to have a pragmatic conversation with y'all because there's a lot of emotions and highs and lows and lies. And the bottom line is this. Floyd Mayweather said at the Hall of Fame event that he makes $300 million a month. And the only thing you can do is take people at their word, right? I make $300 million a month. I make smart investments. And Floyd Mayweather and Al Haymon are the same person. That's overstood, right? He done said it every interview he's had the last month. With that being said, Floyd Mayweather makes now $300 million a month. He's earned over $1 billion. So that means he's probably in another stratosphere that we can't even comprehend. He's going to make $3.6 billion this year. This is what Floyd said, right? Al Haymon got $1 billion from the hedge fund, close to $1 billion. That's overstood, right? And now we're waiting on Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. There's a couple reasons why this fight has not been signed yet. One, because the money just isn't there. They're lying. Two, they don't want to invest in the money. They don't want to invest in the fight. They don't want to invest in Earl Spence and or Terrence Crawford. And three, they don't want to pay for the labor. They rather get these Latinos, cheap labor. You get these immigrants. I wouldn't call them immigrants. Whether you're from South Africa like Dog Bay or you're from Mexico like Ray Vargas, it don't matter, y'all. And I just want people to understand that. This is like going to school for 12 years and not being allowed to graduate. This is what everybody knew this fight was coming. Stephen Espinoza said yesterday, there's nothing in the way of this fight. He said he's hopeful that this fight will happen. And I'm telling Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, hold out for what you want. Make them break. And speak out about it. Don't be kind. These guys aren't your allies at all. Stephen Espinoza stole a movie from me. Mark Jackson, who's a preacher, stole a movie from me. Kenny Smith, they have different they are who they are in public, but in real life, they con men, they thieves, they look for weaknesses. They want to prey upon your emotion, Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. Well, take the fight, man. You'll get it on the back end, man. Man. You got to take a pay cut. No, Al Haymon, Earl Floyd Mayweather, Stephen Espinoza, you take the pay cut this time. How much money have you made off the backs of Earl Spence? How many times have you shortchanged him? He'll never know because he's never audited his numbers. So we sit here and we wait, and people are choosing sides. Demand the fight, you dumbass fans. I don't care if you Mexican, black, Asian. And stop saying when you say, I don't care if you black, white, orange, purple. No, you either black, white, Asian, Mexican. You know what I mean? People just want to dumb down because they're afraid of the backlash. Where's the money at? Where the money at? If Floyd make $300 million a month, why is TMT struggling? It's a whole bunch of lies, man. It's a whole bunch of smoke screens and mirrors and side compartment doors, and I'm only here for the truth. Your favorite fighter on PBC is only fighting once a year. Your favorite black fighter is only fighting, excuse me, let me be more precise. Your favorite black fighter is only fighting once a year, y'all. Oh, but that's the way it should go, man. They don't want no head trauma. Say that about your favorite NFL player. Oh, I only want them to play once a year, man. You know what I mean? I don't see nobody advocating for black offensive linemen. If you're going to advocate fighting once a year, why don't you advocate for these black offensive linemen that get head trauma 50 times a game? And if they're run dominant, whew, imagine Adrian Peterson in the backfield. How much head trauma and offensive linemen get there? Okay. I'm just asking for a friend. But nah, we want to play political black politics, and we've been bamboozled and hoodwinked, and I'm only here to share the truth. And truth be told, currently Bob Arum is doing far better than Al Haymon. I'm talking about the fights we getting. Y'all want to just talk about money. I talk about the money, but ultimately I want the product. I didn't walk away saying, oh, Arthur Betev and Joe Smith, they were underpaid. I was just happy with the fight. That's it. We got Nonito Donaire against the Monster. Hell of a fighter. We still ain't got Jamal Charlo versus Andrade. He's a free agent, y'all. Where them Al Haymon and Floyd Mayweather bucks at? It's all a fraud, man. They monetize. Listen, Al Haymon and Floyd Mayweather makes as much off of racism as Bob Arum. They don't want it to go away. It kills the money. You don't believe me? Look at the undercards. Look at the matchmaking on both sides. But y'all go ahead and choose your favorite promoter if you want. Tonight in the barbershop, we going ham hard as a motherfucker. Where the money at, Al? Where all that money at? Yo, where the money at? You need a loan? Holla at me. You need a loan? Holla at me, man. Holla at me, man. Anyways, man, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, demand that you get what you want and start making it public, man. You know what I mean? And in a mature fashion, because it's important. And because the fans need to know. And if this fight doesn't happen, it's going to be a huge debacle. And I'm gonna lead the charge. It's going to be a huge debacle. So we'll see what happens. There's nothing in the way of this fight. And so we'll sit back and we'll see. Barbershop Conversations. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. I want to see where that $300 million a month is at. That's what I want to see, dog. I want to see that shit. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Don't forget checks and balances, y'all.
You're watching America This Morning, America's #1 early.
Time after time after time, we are watching murderers go free. They hide behind their badges, they hide behind their white privilege, and they use the excuse that they fear for their lives to murder our young people in cold blood.
It's done.
X, my brother.
No. Don't think about it.
All you self-righteous assholes do is march and destroy your own communities. Killing me won't change a goddamn thing. It's a lot different